welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
A shot of the Celtics coming down the tunnel. They're not messing around.
Hey, Kevin, thank you.
Both capable, D.A., thank you. The starters for the Portland Trail Blazers. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Powell. And it's Nurkic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for Boston, Walker and Smart, the guards. Brown, the small forward, with Tatum holding down the 4 spot. And it's Williams at the 5 spot. Now, here's Tatum. Really played well against Portland in his last outing. No good. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
And it seemed inevitable that they were going to lose that game with how they struggled, but in the end, they had an opportunity to win it.
Yeah, really the only thing close, though, about that game was the score. In just about every other aspect, they were totally outplayed.
So the Portland Trailblazers able to put the first points up on the board. Back to Walker. Now for the teams that are clearly rebuilding, should they simply play the young guns, Greg, no matter what, or should they make them earn their minutes?
Kevin, I don't know that there's a right answer to that. I think it's really about the personnel and the personalities of the guys on that roster. And really, the front office should play a big role in that as well. But it's a hard call. You got to believe enough in those young guys to say, hey, that's our future. We're going in that direction. But you still got to also take care of your veteran guys who are kind of setting the table for your future.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Covington. Back to Brown. Outside Tatum. And the layup's good off the glass.
And you get the sense Tatum is used to getting hit when he's penetrating inside. It almost seems as if he embraces those challenges.
Now here's Lillard. He's coming off a 28-point game against Boston. Rebound Boston. Fresh from a win against Portland.
Remarkable consistency from deep. You can't count on that every game, especially on the road.
Yeah, the interesting part was they kept firing away in that game, but the defense didn't make much of an adjustment.
And not only is Smart one of the best defenders in the league, Greg, he's also one of the most versatile players in the NBA.
Kev, when you talk about players who can guard 1 through 5, it's usually referring to Kawhi, PG-13, or Giannis. But Smart at 6'4" has the strength, the anticipation, and the toughness to hold his own against anyone. It's remarkable.
Here's Lillard following the bucket by the Celtics. Portland no good that time either.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
And really, Brown is astonishing when he takes it inside. The defense does not know what to do with him.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
And doesn't like how things are going right now.
The timeout before the timeout here, maybe just to cut off the momentum and have a chit-chat with the team to settle down.
Now here's Lillard. He's averaging just around 28.5 points a game. So many offensive skills in his toolkit. Here's Covington. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And you look at Robert Covington, first team all-defense in 2018, the kind of versatile stopper that every team in the league could use.
Thompson, he's checked in for the Celtics. Evan Fournier comes in for Smart. Cantor, he's checked in for Portland.
A great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
A different look now for Portland. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. And Covington may be not a star, but he's a winning player. We've seen that.
And the perfect example of that 3-and-D role player. Can guard 4 or 5 positions and can definitely sling it from outside.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
McCollum against Fournier. McCollum passes to Simons. Out to Anthony. Just 5 to shoot. No good on the triple. And it's the Celtics ball. They've outscored them 10 points to 2 during this run. And slam dunk by Tatum.
And this is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
And up the court come the Celtics on the break. Makes it off the glass. Brown's got his second bucket of the night.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Simons, the pass to Carmelo, and that one drops.
There's no stopping Melo there. Too strong for any kind of defense. It's going to take a bit more than that.
Fournier into the lane, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Trailblazers trail by 10. McCollum feeling it out a bit. And the layup is good.
That's a great read on the pick and roll by McCollum. The defender backing up leaves him no hope of affecting that shot.
So the Celtics call timeout, their first. And McCollum on the floor, all business. Off the court, he's a very outspoken player, very colorful guy. And Greg, you were saying you see a future in media for him when he stops playing.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, McCollum spoke up quickly about the seriousness of the virus when they were playing. He's very knowledgeable and shares what's on his mind. A media position after he's done playing is a very real possibility if he chooses to.
Here's Ogilvy following the basket by C.J. McCollum. Pritchard gets the bucket.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. It's a 10-point game. 36 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And a wide open look for McCollum. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. He lobs up the alley-oop pass.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
Well, how good have they been on the inside tonight, just getting down into the painted area and just dominating, controlling that spot.
Simons, the pass to Carmelo, and it's in there.
Can't allow that much separation, even as the pass is coming his way. Try and crowd Carmelo as best you can.
Pass to Pritchard. Outside Fournier. What a performance for Jason Tatum. He has been the story so far for the Boston Celtics. Well, earlier, Damian Lillard spoke to us about how
I look to the times where
Greg, he's certainly a gentleman in victory and defeat.
You know, Lillard takes the L as a learning opportunity. Sure, it stings, but he also knows it can make them stronger if they use it right.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And the Celtics guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
It felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to keep trying to feed that, get out quick.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court right now for the Celtics. Fournier out there with Ogilvy. Then there's Mo Wagner. Then it's Marcus Smart. And it's Pritchard in at the point guard position. And Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Robert Williams is checked in for the Celtics. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Nurkic checked in for Kanter. Outside Williams. Smart on the wing. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet. Smart's got his second basket of the game.
And for people who would like to see Smart take fewer threes, that mid-range J is a welcome sight.
Here's Lillard, the good-looking shot from the wing.
Yeah, field goal percentage above 50 now. Their offense is starting to show.
Passes it to Pritchard. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. From deep. And the rebound by Nurkic.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Here's Simons. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. To the middle. Cuts off the pass. And now here comes Williams leading the break. Finished off the break. And the Celtics lead by 10.
You got to keep pace with Williams in transition. He's so good at just outworking everybody on the floor.
Outside, Jones. Pass to Anthony. Throws it up high. And goaltending is going to be the call. So they get the basket there anyway.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Robert Covington's checked in for Portland. Norman Powell comes in for Anthony Simons. Williams against Nurkic. Williams gets the bucket. Greg, you and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s?
Isn't that weird to even think that that's the case?
I know it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams, the end players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in a team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, if you can believe it, before Jaylen Brown went to the draft, one executive said the Cal Berkeley star was too smart. Brown says, when athletes are also informative, it can intimidate. We get pushback for our outside interests. The whole shut up and dribble movement is big, and I'm a part of that movement. Guys?
Strong story, DA, there. Thanks. Austin making some changes. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Williams. And Fournier subbed in for Smart. McCollum's checked in for the Trailblazers. Now, here's Lillard.
With him struggling tonight, they need to find some other options out there to keep themselves in the game.
And you have to be excited about the work rate that Thompson has shown lately. He has become a much more active player.
Well, the ability just to stay with that high motor is Tristan Thompson's calling card at this point. On the interior, wants to play physical and wants to disrupt anything he can on the inside to make an impact.
Elbow shot. Yep, that one goes in there.
Such a good player on the in-between game, weaving behind bodies to find some space, and CJ cashes in.
Lillard against Walker. Outside Fournier. And a miss there on the triple. And Thompson kicks to Brown. Covington with the steal. The dish now to Lillard. 55 seconds left here in the second. The 18-footer is right on the mark. Lillard's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Trailblazers. For three, Fournier. Austin getting another chance here. Thompson finds Brown. Count that bucket. Brown's got 8 points.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
McCollum against Brown. There's the triple. Covington. And Covington stays with him. Covington's got 4 points this quarter.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Thompson's got such a good motor and is such a good athlete for a guy his size. Charges into the lane that time.
For the Trailblazers, Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic, and Anthony subbed in for Lillard. There's 21 seconds left in the first half of basketball. It's Powell on the wing. Good on the shot.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Inside with 1 on the clock. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's Boston in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings. It was all Jason Tatum in the first quarter. He had 10 points and 1.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. One of the stories here, Jason Tatum getting it done today.
Yeah, and early on, he has been feasting in the paint, and you have to think they're going to keep feeding the big fella.
Oh, man, pouring it on right now, and why wouldn't you?
On the floor for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Norman Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the center, filling out the middle. 5 to shoot. They get it back. Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
The Trailblazers shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Greg, you showed toughness and grit when you played. You've got to succeed in this league with those things at the forefront, right? Being tough, being gritty. And there are several players whose style you admire that play like that.
I mean, no doubt about it. You have the superstars, the Kawhis, the LeBrons, who continue to do it. They can intimidate you physically, but they also provide tremendous skill set. But 2 other guys, Russell Westbrook, Jimmy Butler, they're also guys that exemplify that toughness. You know, 2 guys, when you look at those 2, a lot of people didn't project them to be what they've become, and it's impressive to watch them take the floor night in and night out.
Brown against Lillard. Off target with his 3. And so it's Williams who brings it up for the Boston Celtics. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Outside, Walker. Kicks it to Smart. From the high post. And the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. The pass to Covington. Lillard outside. Back to Powell. Lillard outside. Shoots over Brown. Portland again missing.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Outside, Walker. Back to Tatum. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Williams finds Smart. From outside, off the mark. Trailblazers trail by 8. Lillard outside. To the inside. And it's McCollum in the corner. To the paint. Hits. Count that one from Nurkic.
Timeout.
Nurkic has got 6 points.
Well, Nurkic is so big, does a great job, and fends off the defense on his way to the score.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Jones dishes to Cantor. Back to Jones. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Jones has got his second bucket of the night.
Like the execution there from Cantor. Usually likes to score, this time with the pass.
Outside Anthony. Pass to Simons. Back to Anthony. Buries it from three-point range. Now just a three-point Celtic lead.
Well, Melo has had a 40% year shooting from beyond the three-point mark, and so you got to respect that ability.
Pritchard passes to Brown. And the dunk by Brown.
Timeout. Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
And as things present themselves throughout a game, teams have to adapt on the fly.
And timeouts are a wonderful opportunity to just settle in and recollect the thoughts of your entire team. Not just the guys playing, but the entire team.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
The Trailblazers have made 2 of their previous 3 free throws in today's game. And so he makes both from the line. Celtics leading by 3. Fournier into the lane. Pass to Wagner. Stolen by Cantor. For Portland, they have only 1 missed free throw. They've had 5 attempts and made 4 of them. And the first one at the line is good.
Such a big guy, Cantor, but also incredibly lean. At the NBA Combine, for instance, he tested out at 6% body fat. An extraordinarily low number for a man of his size.
Thompson, he's checked in for Boston. Jason Tatum comes in for Semi Ojeleye. Here's Tatum. Down low. No good on that one. Excellent D from Cantor. Portland's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. McCollum left side. Pass to Simons. To the paint, deflects the pass. Here's Anthony. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
Damian Lillard's checked in for Anthony Simons. Tatum trying to break free. The shot's good from Fournier. Fournier's got 4 this quarter.
A young guy with maturity, awareness, and a feel for the game. Tatum is special.
And Lillard kicks to Cantor. 16 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Lillard. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Lillard's got 8 points.
That's a strength of Lillard's game right there. Gorgeous arc, too, on that jump shot. Up in the air a little bit more.
He gets it in there. Third quarter here, and 5 lead changes so far.
And, guys, neither team has been able to pull away.
And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game, and both teams putting up points in a hurry. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or 2 when he needs to.
Even though the position is called shooting guard, passing part of your responsibilities in today's game.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Walker and Smart to guard. Williams is out there with Tristan Thompson. And it's Tatum in at the 3 slot. That's the Boston 5.
And you always know what you're going to get from Walker from the line. He's been a solid, consistent free throw shooter his entire career.
Lillard with it. Now the pass to Cantor. Stolen by Thompson. Outside, Walker. And he banks in the layup. Walker's got 5 points in the quarter.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Here's Lillard. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Yeah, Damian Lillard just working them over right now. One of the smaller guards in the league, but darts around so well to make plays.
Walker dishes to Tatum. Count that one as his 7th make in 8 attempts. A scorching 88%.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Powell against Smart. And here is Powell. This is to Cantor from outside the arc. The rebound by the Celtics. Tatum's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Walker looking for an opening. He feeds it to Tatum. Pass to Williams. He kicks to Walker. And it's off from 3-point range. Trailblazers trail by 6. Now Lillard. He dishes it to Cantor. Back to Lillard. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Stolen by Thompson. 3-on-3. Here's Tatum. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
D has been just completely helpless and turned around. He's so dangerous when he's in this kind of rhythm.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
And coach can't be happy, and I think I know why. Their defense putting up no resistance inside.
No, they're not preventing them from scoring, and if you can get to a high-efficiency shot on the floor, and that's the paint, you just keep going.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Yusuf Nurkic. He's checked in for Enes Kanter. And McCollum subbed in for Anthony. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear Terry Stotts talk to his team during that timeout. He said if we're going to pull this out, we have to do it as a team. We have to rely on one another, trust one another, and help one another. Let's go get this. Devin, back to you.
It's Fournier on the wing, defended by Covington. Thompson passes to Fournier. Here's Pritchard. Outside Fournier. Passes to Ojale. Shoots over Powell. The shot by Ojale, no good. Trailblazers trail by 8. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. And there's Lillard. That's good. On the assist by McCollum. Lillard's got 4 points now in the quarter. Now a timeout called by Boston. And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Jason Tatum.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight seemed almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
And a whole new group out on the floor for the Celtics. Brown down low. Foul on him. And the dunk by Brown.
And just awesome speed from Brown, blasting off towards the bucket and slamming it down.
And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. Trailing here by 8. And there's the feed to Covington. Stolen by Walker. Oh, here comes Williams all alone. Nurkic with the block.
At 7 feet tall, Nurkic, not easy to get around. That time throws that one away.
Fires from 18. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
And won't find many more games as entertaining as this one.
No, this is about as high octane a game as you're going to find.
Smart kicks to Tatum. Feeds it to Williams. That shot off. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way.
And not sure they've got enough time to save themselves.
Looking unlikely right here. That time ticking away.
Nurkic, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots come. And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on. And good, aggressive basketball on that trip. Drawing the foul, converting the free throws, and then also narrowing the gap.
Tatum drives in. And the dunk by Tatum.
And let's give some credit to Tatum. Doesn't crack when the pressure's on. He just seems to embrace the moment.
Pass to Lillard. It's good. And now they trail by just 4.
Look at your watch. It's Lillard time.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. 41 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The kick out to Tatum. Fires it up. Here's Walker. Outside, Smart. Tatum wide open. He fires one. Good, and Smart gets the assist. And the Celtics lead by 7.
Give them credit. They've worked hard all game, now looking to finish it.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
Walker finds Tatum. Brown wide open. He fires. And again, Boston with the triple.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
And Brown just using his big body well on defense.
so important to every single build, but I've noticed that sometimes they might contradict builds, which is kind of funny when we go off against people in the rec. I'll see, shooters having driving badges, which is interesting to me. What do you think is really important to builds? Is it enhancing what you do, or is it trying to build like an all-around kind of player?
So with Lexus's character, he's going to be
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Welcome to this Thursday night. DA, it's
Kevin, thanks.
DA, thanks a lot. Playoff seeding so important here as we take a look out east. Taking a look at Boston, they've done well enough to be in 5th place in the conference so far.
And when you look at Boston, this hasn't been the breakout season that many were predicting, but they're still very much in the hunt for a high postseason seed, and that will keep them focused here during the season's final stages.
Yeah, they'll be there in the playoffs. I'm sure of that. It's just a matter of how high they'll be seeded.
So let's take a look at the Boston Celtics starting lineup. Walker and Smart, the guards. Brown, the small forward, with Tatum holding down the 4 spot. And it's Williams at the 5. And for Dallas, Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Doncic out there with Josh Richardson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. A guy who just continues to earn more minutes. Finney-Smith is tough, and Greg, he is effective.
He seems to become a better rebounder every year, more efficient. He'll take charges, commits hard fouls, and I don't think we've seen his ceiling. Finney-Smith is a guy you can win with.
Now, here's Doncic. Jason Tatum missing his last shot. Here's Walker. Good, and Smart gets the assist.
Oh, nice look there from Smart, finding the open man.
We play just over a minute here in the first. Doncic passes to Porzingis. Williams with the block. And it's out of bounds to the Mavericks as Dallas retains possession.
Come to me, come to me.
Doncic outside. 5 on the clock.
And it was interesting how the Dallas franchise sold its fans on Doncic. Ownership told them, think of a 6'7" Steve Nash. Isn't quite the shooter Steve was, but is only a teenager. Great vision. Boy, he can really pass it, and it turns out Doncic is all of that and more.
Smart kicks to Walker. To the middle. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And even Nash himself called Doncic a dream prospect.
Yeah, it said Luka was big and mobile enough in the modern game, can guard multiple positions, has a skill set, a winning mentality, and those leadership qualities. Steve Nash sounding like a future GM.
And they double up Doncic. It's Richardson on the wing. Dallas moving it around. Takes the 3. Dallas again missing.
0 for 3, not the start they're looking for.
Keeps it alive, and it's Smart with the extra effort.
But that's the kind of effort they love to see from Smart. He's sticking his nose in there and doing some work on the offensive boards.
Doncic dishes to Richardson. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. Nice shot by Smart.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
Now, here's Doncic. Really played well against Memphis in his last outing. Top of the key. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Smart with the ball. Now guarded by Porzingis. Smart passes to Walker. Back to Smart. Greg, we know there's some power finishers in the NBA like Giannis Antetokounmpo, but he complains a lot that he needs to sell contact rather than muscle through it. How do you evaluate those kind of power finishers in the game?
Well, I mean, there's still power will always play a role, especially when you can add in quickness and athleticism. And I think you start right there with Giannis. I mean, he's kind of epitomizes that. LeBron obviously is still in that category. And a guy like Kawhi Leonard, he can send you into the stanchion when he gets going downhill as well.
And here is Tatum following Porzingis' three. But he gets it back. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That is his first foul of the game. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. Dwight Powell comes in for Maxi Kleber. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic.
Oh, impressive ball handling from Tatum. I mean, attracts the other team's focus and then finds the open man.
And here's Brunson. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. Richardson finds Brunson. 5 to shoot. From 12 feet out. And Pritchard pulls it down. Clock management. This is where they can get a 2-for-1.
And Kevin, every opportunity counts.
And there's Thompson putting it right back in.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
And taken away by Brown. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Tatum kicks to Thompson. Up top, Fournier passes it to Pritchard. The kick out to Brown. Shoots over Brunson. And it's Brown missing.
Setup's good. That's the shot they're looking for, but you can't get them all to go.
And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Hardaway with it. No good on that one. And so it's Boston, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they... And before the game, we checked in with Marcus Smart, who told us how...
I'm the youngest of 4 boys. So as anybody who has siblings, older, younger, you understand the struggle, especially being the youngest. You know,
and no question, Smart is considered one of the toughest guys, Greg, in the NBA.
You have to love his passion, his willingness to sacrifice his body for the team on a nightly basis.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. What do you guys think about the Celtics here in this one?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
Willie Cauley-Stein is out there with Powell. Then there's Hardaway. Then there's J.J. Redick. And it's Brunson in at the point. So that's who Dallas starts the second with. Celtics leading by 7. Here's Fournier, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Fournier's got 4 this quarter.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And stolen by Fournier. Draws contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
He's finally coming around, trying to make up for that goose egg he put up in the first quarter.
The Celtics have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. We've played just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Pass to Cauley-Stein. 6 to shoot. Hardaway goes in. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to go on Tristan Thompson.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Porzingis, he's checked in for Cauley-Stein. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Outside Fournier. Pass to Pritchard. Now Fournier, 7 points in the game. Lets a floater go. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Tim Hardaway picks one up.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Chris, you played for 5 different teams in your career and a number of different coaches. As you look back, what percentage of great coaching is X's and O's? And what percentage is just inspiring your players and getting them motivated?
X's and O's are probably the most important. You need a coach that can adapt his system to the players on his team, to the teams that are coming up, that can adjust in coaching style. And so I definitely think as far as that, the coaching, the skill set and the play calling is definitely important. And I think motivation has a part to play as well.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. The Mavericks have their young star tandem in Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis. KP said, "We can be a pretty deadly duo. It's only going to be a matter of time. Once we get that two-man game going, it's going to be hard to stop. Guys, it's already hard to stop. Back to you."
Team on the rise, David. Thank you so much. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Here's Doncic. He's averaging just around 28.5 points a game. So many offensive skills in his toolkit. Back to Kleber. And the pass to Doncic. To the inside. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Kleber, the pass to Porzingis, and the shot goes in. Porzingis has got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Dallas.
Such assertiveness. This is why Porzingis is a go-to option on offense. Never afraid to take a big shot.
Williams, back to Walker. And he overshot that one, missing.
Even when the D is playing off of him, the mid-range jumper shouldn't be the shot they're looking for.
Doncic with it. He's picked up by Walker. Doncic against Walker. Lock at 6. Here's Porzingis. The shot that time, not on target. Now the Celtics take it the other way. Their last encounter was in Boston.
Yeah, they dropped the last game of this matchup. Their bench wasn't able to keep up with the opposing reserves offensively.
Mavericks trail by 8. And Doncic, here we go. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
And Walker kicks to Smart. And the foul called on Porzingis. That'll be his second foul of the game.
I appreciate the aggression, but that's already his second foul. He's got to play it a little safer now.
Josh Richardson's checked in for Dallas. Jason Tatum, he's checked in for Boston. Jaylen Brown comes in for Semi Ojeleye. Williams passes to Tatum. Back to Williams. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. And it's 6 points for Williams.
You know, still a raw talent, but Williams does have a reliable inside game that continues to get better.
Taken away by Williams. And Smart with a clear path to the hoop. And there's Brown. That's good on the assist from Smart. And it's a 10-point Celtic lead.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
You have to go to your best scores. I mean, it's a smart strategy, and so far, it's paying off in this game.
It's stolen by Brown. And pushing it up, here's Boston. Smart leading the charge.
Oh, like a freight train running downhill, Smart, unstoppable in the open court.
And it's Porzingis with the ball. He'll bring it up for Dallas. Next up for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. Over to the left wing. Kleber. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's foul number 2 for him. We've got 13 seconds left in the first half of the game. The kick out to Tatum. Passes it to Pritchard. Back to Tatum. He gets it up. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. Well, man, a big-time effort for Evan Fournier, providing a lot of energy for the Boston Celtics. He finishes. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello. Out in front of the half is Boston. They are leading by 12. And Shaq. And that should...
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Nice game. Great performance by Evan Fournier.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? You keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
Second half underway. Here's who Brad Stevens got on the floor. Brown the small forward with Tatum holding down the 4 spot. Walker and Smart the guards. And it's Williams at the pivot spot manning the middle. Doncic kicks to Kleba. Walker against Doncic. Williams with the block.
A main staple in Williams' game, that sixth sense for when to rise up and deter those shots. A serious talent when Robert Williams is healthy. He makes his presence felt, has great length and lift off the floor. Defensively, he protects the rim and even blocks shots out on the perimeter.
And then offensively, Williams is mostly a rim runner at this point. But, Greg, there are signs that the jumper is coming along.
Yeah, you know, when he was drafted at the end of the first round, there's a lot of talk about rebuilding his shot mechanics. And that's still a work in progress. But where he's really impressed people is with his passing. He has terrific instincts for the game.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Doncic against Walker. And Doncic, here we go. Porzingis can't hit.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
No, I'm always surprised when it doesn't happen. I'm sure these two will have a good laugh about it later.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Doncic with it, picked up by Brown. Doncic passes to Kleba. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Great D that time from Tatum.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
And it's Walker that time on the assist from Smart. Smart's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence. Yeah, nice silky finish on the alley-oop from the stupendous feed.
That sequence couldn't have been executed any better. Fires from 18. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Kleba's got 4 this quarter.
He's been fantastic, but he can't do it all by himself. Some of the other guys need to lighten the load and step up.
Down low, here's Tatum. Kleba with the rebound.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, it's a misnomer that in the era of three-point shooting, people don't want anyone to take mid-range shots. Many of the league's elite players still thrive there. Kawhi Leonard is one, and he explained how. He said it's hard to defend guys that shoot twos. Once you get to the playoffs, it becomes a half-court game. Teams won't allow you to take wide-open shots or threes. Guys, back to you.
DA, thank you. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Outside, Redick. Just 5 on the clock. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Redick. In terms of acquiring the types of players you like, Greg, which front offices have you evaluated that really lead the way?
It's a great question. You know, I think coming off the dynasty, and if you ask Golden State, they'll tell you they're still in the midst of it. I think they do a terrific job. The Celtics are right at the top, too, though. Danny Ainge and Brad Stevens are in sync with what they do and how they develop players, but also how they find those diamonds in the rough. And let's give a shout out to Toronto with what they've done over the last 5 or 6 years. They've created a level of excellence there that has them on the same path as some of the best teams. And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. So the Celtics called timeout. They're first.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, and sometimes it's the most subtle moves that make the biggest difference.
Boston making a switch here. Brown's checked in. Boston leading by 10. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
And the determination of Brown is phenomenal. No one is going to stop these shots from going down.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And he's shooting his free throws to the tune of 75% this season. Fairly standard numbers.
Brunson scanning the floor. 50 seconds left in the third quarter. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. For Dallas, they have made 6 of their 7 attempts at the line in this one. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
Fournier against Hardaway. Fournier passes to Pritchard. Back to Fournier. Hits the three-point bomb. Fournier's got 12 in the game.
He does all the little things. I mean, he does the big things. I mean, he's got them in front with another outstanding performance.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Runs in the pass to Reddick. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. Here's Tatum. Outside Fournier. Here's Pritchard. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's the Boston Celtics with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. They've been playing some ferocious defense. Rick Carlisle had some words for his team. Let's see what he had to say.
Hold your ground. Hold your ground.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. They've got Richardson. Hardaway is out there with Powell. Then it's Willie Cauley-Stein, and it's Brunson in at the point. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. Powell dishes to Richardson. Shoots over Fournier. Richardson, no luck.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
The shot's good from Fournier. 14 points for Evan Fournier.
Yeah, and for Tatum, there's a natural instinct, an understanding of how this offense flows.
Here's Brunson. And Thompson sends it back. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Here's Brunson. And the rejection by Tatum.
The long arm of the law. Tatum prohibiting that shot from ever having a chance.
A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Second shot opportunity, and the layup by Powell.
Toughness and energy on the boards, and an easy putback to show for it.
Celtics leading by 14. Pass to Pritchard. Brown wide open. He fires. Nailed from three-point land.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now here's Brunson. Over Tatum. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Powell's got 4 this quarter.
Oh, hard work and soft hands. Guys, that's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip-in. Fournier passes to Thompson. And here's Fournier. 6 on the shot clock. There's Brown with the 3. That doesn't go either for Brown. Mavericks trail by 15. And the dunk by Powell.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
Powell against Brown. Pass to Thompson. Here's Brown. Fournier for three. Powell pulls it in. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Shoots over Brown. And that one hits back iron. Boston leading by 13. Fournier into the lane. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Yeah, I'd say that shot is well within his range.
I would hope so. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. 1:44 left to play in the final quarter. Here's the lob to the hoop and the dunk by Powell.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah. It's Fournier on the wing. Richardson covering. Tatum wide open. He fires one. Sinks the three-pointer.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Celtics.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And so taking a look at their record, a nice milestone they'll be picking up tonight. 30 wins on the year now.
Well, at least they're going to salvage a game from the season series after losing the first two.
And a great team effort tonight, helped in large part with contributions, and the nice night it ended up being for Jason Tatum.
Well, the best work he did came on the boards. Nobody could match his intensity. His rebounding played a big role in this win.
Left side, Brown. Williams finds Walker. And Williams with the stuff.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Showing remarkable poise and focus throughout the game, a sustained effort across the board.
The pass to Kleba, lots of room. And Boston with the rebound.
He gets the playground jumper and can't make good on it. You don't get many chances easier than that.
We've got 33 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Walker with it. Yep, that one goes.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, I love how they play for one another out there. No signs of selfishness. They're just a total team effort.
Brunson against Walker. Brunson kicks to Porzingis. Pass to Kleba. And stolen by Tatum. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. A resounding victory for them. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it for rebound before.
Kevin, thanks.
He stays working and stays true. David, thank you. And let's check out a breakdown looking at some of the stats for Damian Lillard.
And guys, he's fighting it a little bit at the free throw line. In the past 10 games, the stroke just hasn't been what we saw earlier in the season. He'll be trying to right that ship here tonight.
The starters for the Portland Trail Blazers. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the 3 spot. And for Dallas, Kleber is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Doncic out there with Josh Richardson, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 3, the small forward. Kleber the pass to Doncic. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor. Terrific, talented backcourts tonight, Greg. Did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
Here's Doncic after the basket by Jusuf Nurkic. Offensive rebound, shoots over Covington. Doncic kicks to Finney-Smith. Shot clock at 6. Here's Kleber. Dallas needs to get off a shot. It's McCollum on the wing. Richardson covering.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
Knocks it loose. Doncic with it. Now guarded by Nurkic. McCollum against Kleber. Doncic outside. Back to Kleber. Powell with the steal. McCollum deciding where to go with it. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Covington in the corner, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Nurkic.
I'm not sure whose fault that was, guys, but they need to get on the same page here.
For Dallas, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Now, here's Doncic. 29 points for him last game against Memphis.
And then there was his passing. When he wasn't scoring on his own, he was making plays for his teammates. They just couldn't figure out how to defend him.
Well, coming into the league with immense potential, Porzingis has already fulfilled much of it, already an all-star. But, you know, Greg, there are still areas he's working on.
Yeah, he's definitely getting stronger and more physical. You'd like to see him make the next pass a little more often when a teammate has a better shot. But if he can just stay healthy, boy, the sky's the limit on what he can accomplish.
Rebounded by Covington. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for Portland. Trailing by 2. Porzingis with the ball. Now defended by McCollum. Nurkic with the steal. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. We've got 1:48 left in the first quarter of the game. Oh, that's blocked. Kleber against Covington. Now, here's Kleber. He's guarded closely. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pass to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Boy, you got to push Porzingis out of the paint. If you don't, you're looking for trouble.
Let's go. McCollum, no good. Mavericks leading by 4. A pass to Porzingis. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And, guys, they know he's going to finish off the lob in style. Porzingis and his teammates connecting on target.
Now, here's Lillard. Last game he had 28 points. Nurkic the pass to Lillard. Back to Nurkic. Shoots over Doncic. They get it again. And it's Lillard on the follow.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going.
And that sixth sense, guys, might be better than just about anybody else's.
and it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
Now here's McCollum. He's coming off a 16-point game against Boston. It's tipped. The 15-footer, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile 1 block.
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
Brunson scanning the floor. Stolen by Cantor. And so the first quarter is in the books. Mavericks lead by 6. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. Before the game, we talked with Damian Lillard. He had this to say when
I know that when the main guy,
he's willing to bear the brunt, and he's also looking out for others.
Great leadership. His teammates seem to rally around that, and it's why every team he's on is a difficult out.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Mavericks.
They pounded the ball inside in the first half, forcing the D to collapse, and that frees up the shooters going forward.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is their passing. I mean, doing a nice job. Plenty of their points early on coming off assists.
Powell is out there with Hardaway. Then there's J.J. Redick. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Cauley Stein in at the 5 spot. So that's who Dallas starts the second with. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. He feeds it to Carmelo. And foul on the shots. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. They're double-checking, and the game continues on.
Got to give it up for Powell now. I mean, he excels at rising off the ground to punch home these alley-oops.
Anthony with it. He had 25 points last game. Jones. And Jones slams it in.
Carmelo Anthony showing you his passing skill there.
And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Redick with it. Jones covering. For Portland, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to go on Willie Cauley-Stein. The Trailblazers have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. You know how this goes, Clark. Some guys check the standings every morning. Others won't look at it at all. They'll try to avoid it. What was your approach?
Well, you know, we were struggling as a team during my time in the NBA with the Pacers, so I wasn't doing too much standing watching. But for those guys that are thinking about it, it varies. Individuals look at it differently. I would be a guy who wouldn't want to see it all the time. That's like getting on the scale every day. That wouldn't serve me too well.
Here's Simons after the basket by Willie Cauley-Stein. And there's the feed to Cantor. He can't hit that time.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And Cauley-Stein throws it down.
Cauley-Stein, a tremendous athlete and a dynamic finisher.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Simons, the pass to Carmelo. Wide open shot is on the money. Now Brunson. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. It's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here. Playoff seeding so important here. Let's have a look out west. You take a look at the Trailblazers. Right now, the 6th best record in the conference, looking to hold on to playoff position and finish the regular season strong. And, of course, Dallas, right on their heels as they've got the next best record.
You know, right now, Dallas, they've shown me some very good things this season. But that next step, those qualities that could make them true contenders, just haven't been there.
Yeah, and you know, we've seen them enough to know by now they're not going to make that switch from good to great at this point. Not this year anyway.
Now Lillard, after Tim Hardaway missed from long range. To the left wing. Lillard against Brunson. Back to Powell from 11 feet away. 2 points. That one goes. Powell's got 4 points in the quarter.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Now, here's Lillard. He is averaging just around 28.5 points a game. So many offensive skills in his toolkit. Now, here's Brunson. After the miss from Damian Lillard. Porzingis feeling it out a bit. Outside, Redick. Back to Porzingis. Scored the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive. And it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Lillard. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Yeah, it looks like they've gained a little bit of confidence as the lid has come off the hoop.
Now here's Brunson. Still looking for his first bucket in this one.
You know, what makes Porzingis a nightmare matchup, guys, is his size, skill, and agility.
Trailblazers trail by 6. Here's Lillard. It's rebounded by Brunson.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to...
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the
2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K. There was no stopping Kristaps Porzingis in the first half. He had 12. And that.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Porzingis having a dominant impact in this game.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
On the court right now for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the small forward position. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Next up for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Yeah, Porzingis showing you persistence there, just doing a nice job staying with it and finding a way to capitalize.
That free throw good from Porzingis. Here's Lillard.
And I remember when Doncic was first asked, who is your favorite player? And boy, he did not hesitate. LeBron James.
Hey, Greg, for guys of his generation, that would be the answer for 80 to 90% of them, and with good reason. How about these quotes from Doncic? He said, if I dunk on LeBron, I can retire. But I like this one a little better. He said, LeBron can play in a lot of different positions. I can too. But for me to be like LeBron, I have to work much harder. That's a guy who knows his stuff.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Lillard. Feeds to Nurkic, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
Yeah, you know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man, puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. And a switch here also for Portland. Simons is checked in. Now, here's Doncic. 6 points for him. The pass to Kleba. 6 on the shot clock. Count that one. Kleba's got the lead up to 13 now for the Mavs.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Here's Simons. No points in the game yet for him. Passes to Nurkic. Doncic with the steal. Kleba against Covington. Covington with the steal. And Maxi Kleba is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And Portland making a change here. Anthony's checked in. Trailblazers trail by 13.
Hey, who's watching them?
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Covington passes to Nurkic. Open and close and nails it. Nurkic has got 6.
And such a polished player near the basket. Nurkic feels comfortable taking those in-close shots.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Now, we have seen continued growth with the NBA's affiliated leagues the last few years. Think about the explosion in popularity of the WNBA, the Basketball Africa League, expansion of the 2K League, greater pay in the WNBA and the G League pathway, along with the unionization of G League players. The league continues to show its commitment to expanding opportunities on multiple levels. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, David. Anthony against Doncic. Clock at 6. Pulls up. Cauley-Stein trying to free himself up. Dallas, no good that time either. Trailblazers trail by 11. Nurkic with it. Out defended by Cauley-Stein. Simons surveying the D. Pass to Powell. Over Richardson. Nurkic trying to get open, and that one comes up a bit short. The Mavericks have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. The drive by Doncic, and it goes down 2 points. He's got 8.
Well, the main weapon in Doncic's attack, he really excels at finding lanes and then taking advantage of them.
Pass to Nurkic. There's 48 seconds left in the third. Anthony. The shot, no good.
Boy, that's a look he has to finish, and he knows it. Blown opportunity.
Richardson for 3. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. The pass to Simons. He kicks it to Nurkic. Shoots it. He can't get it to go.
Boy, the defense got lucky there with him missing it, but they don't want to chance that again.
Kleba with it. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks. 13 points up at the end of the period. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting they've been dialed in so far from the field. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. On the floor for Dallas, we've got Hardaway, J.J. Redick is out there with Jalen Brunson. And there's Porzingis, and it's Powell in at the power forward. And Lillard kicks to Cantor. That one a little long. Dallas leading by 15. Outside, Porzingis. And the three ball is good. Porzingis has got 20. The importance of the three-point shot never greater than right now. And in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's three guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's one, because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble, from three, and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those three guys can all hit pull-ups and step backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision, you know, so they can take advantage of defenses that get caught loading a little too much. And then they also are terrific in the paint at getting to the free throw line. So those are the three guys I think that create the most havoc when you start talking about having a guard with three-point line.
To the paint, Powell with the steal. Here we go, one-on-one. Brunson the pass to Powell. Outside for Redick. Dallas moving the ball around. Greg, the NBA under Adam Silver has been aggressive, looking for ways to enhance the product and attract fans. Where do you fall on that point? Push the envelope, or don't rock the boat, or maybe somewhere in between?
I think it might be somewhere in between. These days, people's attentions can be pulled in so many different directions. I think they're smart to not rest on their laurels and to continue to try to evolve. But with that evolution, sometimes it's not going to come over as well as they would like. But I'm a fan of some of the experiments, I should say, that we've tried thus far. And I hope the league continues to push the envelope.
That's a good thought. Brunson finds Powell up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Yeah, and I think Powell is terrific in the pick and roll. Knows how to dive after he sets the screen.
McCollum against Redick. And the basket by McCollum. McCollum's got his first bucket of the night.
I like the play call. Very solid, making perfect use of the pick to get a great look.
Here's Brunson. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Mavericks lead by 20.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
The shot's good from Cantor.
And that's just all muscle there. Cantor is solid at fighting his way through whatever the D throws at him.
Porzingis kicks to Redick. Back to Porzingis. It's Redick on the wing. Inside. Porzingis passes to Hardaway. It's Redick on the wing. Outside, Porzingis. To the inside. And stolen by Lillard.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for Dallas.
Great, generous ball movement tonight. A thing of beauty.
Yeah, a remarkable team effort. They got everyone involved.
And so taking a look at their season record, this will be win number 31 on the year.
And this victory will draw them even in the season series as it comes to a close.
Fitting that it ends 2-2 because it's been a really good battle between these teams this year.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Porzingis.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
A different look for Dallas. Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Burke in for J.J. Redick. Passes it to Little. 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Simons. Brunson covering. And it's Simons missing. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the Mavericks. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Here's Giles. Can't hit from the elbow. Marjanovic, no good. So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it.
get some points as well. So there's ways to go beyond what you create off rip.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And just about to get underway as the starting five. Welcome, maybe the best day of the DH.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Much needed indeed, David. Thank you. So let's take a look at the Boston Celtics starting lineup. Brown, the small forward, with Tatum holding down the 4 spot. Walker and Smart, the guards. And it's Williams at the center position. And for Portland, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the 3.
Yeah, smart heads-up defense by Walker, setting up the break. He's so good at coming up with those steals without putting himself or his team at risk.
Now, here's Lillard. Midway through the season, are teams, Brent, still trying to find their identity and evolve, or is it just a matter of building on what you've already got?
I think at this point you already know what you got, Kevin, and so what you want to do, I want to be the best at what it is that I can do, and that's where I think coaching staffs are focused right now.
And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. McCollum outside. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Well, he knows how to get the shot off at any time on that pick and roll. Natural instincts taking over, and the experience helping McCollum as well.
Offensive rebound, Williams. Brown finds Walker. Smart on the wing. Outside, Walker. There's Brown with the 3. Portland grabs the miss. Lillard with it. Last game he had 28 points. To the paint. Covington, the bounce pass. Down low, just 5 to shoot. Tatum drives in, and the dunk by Tatum.
And Tatum is clever when he's in attack mode. Great at beating defenders to the basket.
And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
And it seemed inevitable that they were going to lose that game with how they struggled, but in the end, they had an opportunity to win it.
Yeah, really the only thing close, though, about that game was the score. In just about every other aspect, they were totally outplayed.
Here's Walker, following the score by Damian Lillard. Walker with it. Now Covington defending. Brown the pass to Williams. Good work there as it goes.
You know, when Williams gets positioned inside, he just looks to dominate physically, and then he shows you the skill set on top of it.
Now, here's Lillard. He's averaging just around 28.5 points a game, so many offensive skills in his toolkit.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money, so when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
Now, here's Nurkic, following the miss by Kemba Walker. Lillard left side. And it's Lillard again missing. Boston's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside.
Well, you look at the career that Dame Lillard has had so far. Taken 6th in the 2012 draft out of Weber State, a small school, but this guy became a franchise player immediately for the Blazers.
Walker finds Tatum. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. For Portland, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Covington against Tatum. Covington dishes to Lillard. Shoots over Brown. Lillard again missing. And thinking of Lillard, the numbers over his career are incredible.
And Lillard found his strength as a shooter, and boy, did he exploit it. He's been averaging 20 points per game almost his entire career, and he's kept adding to his game as one of the elite players in our league.
Now Lillard, after Jason Tatum missed on that last three-pointer, wasted no time on that one. Lillard's got 6.
Consistent and accurate from that particular spot on the floor. The offense kind of predicts those shots. Lillard's got a good eye for the mid-range.
Now here's Walker. Really played well against Portland in his last outing. Williams kicks to Tatum. It's Brown on the wing. The Celtics working the ball around now. Here's Walker. Rebound by Nurkic.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Here's Lillard. He has 6. 20 seconds left here in the first quarter. Back to Tatum. Now the pass to Walker. To the middle. And slam dunk by Tatum.
A terrific athlete at that wing with good bounce. Tatum, fun to watch.
Pulls up on the elbow, and the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. It's all tied in Portland. Greg, we know many guys in the NBA have range, but Damian...
When I'm training in the summer.
The team seems to support, Greg, that philosophy 100%.
The game has changed. Some guys would rather take a few steps back to get a cleaner look. Lillard being one of them.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Trailblazers guys, what do you think?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the floor for Portland, they've got Derek Jones. Enes Kanter is out there with Anthony. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in the point. Portland with the ball, following the bucket by the Celtics. Simons, the pass to Kanter. The 10-footer. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
The number of go-to moves and a soft touch. Kanter can crush you inside.
And Fournier kicks to Thompson. Down low. Pass to Ojale. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Nice shot by Thompson.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Wagner. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Here's a peek now at the 2K leaderboard. This year, these teams have made the most of their offensive rebounds. The Trailblazers in second.
You know what? Sometimes their missed shots are their best offense. I mean, they attack the glass relentlessly, and those extra possessions can determine the outcome on a lot of nights.
Here's Simons. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And Semi Ojale picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Simons surveying the D. It's good. Kanter's got his second basket.
Well, this is kind of that set play here for Kanter where he can show his wares. Good instincts there on the pick and roll.
Fournier against McCollum. Fournier passes to Thompson. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And you can't help but see the impact Thompson has in the paint. On both ends of the floor, he's a rock planted near the rim. Very strong legs that help him get to so many of those rebounds.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
And with Thompson, as you said, Greg, once he's planted in the paint, good luck.
I mean, think about it. About 40% of his rebounds are on the offensive end. He just refuses to get moved or boxed out. Combine that with his hunger on that end of the floor, and you see why he's such a great rebounder.
Norman Powell's checked in for C.J. McCollum. Here's Pritchard. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Thompson's got the lead up to 4 now for the Celtics.
That's what Tristan Thompson does best, just working the glass and working the D over.
Anthony in the corner. Shoots over Wagner. No good on the shot. And it's Boston the other way. Well, they've got the Lakers ahead of them after this game. In the next game, it'll be played in Los Angeles. And that will conclude a 4-game road trip. Fournier into the lane. Misses the layup. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Simons, the pass to Jones. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played.
Yeah, this story in the second quarter much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
Fournier against Powell. Here's Pritchard. Here's Thompson. And no good. Trying to use the glass. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Powell, the pass to Cantor. Dishes it to Anthony. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Pass to Ojale. There's 45 seconds left in the second quarter. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Lillard's checked in. Trailblazers have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. To the inside, and stolen by Tatum. They're running. The finish. Brown jams it in.
And what amazing athleticism from Brown, putting on a show out there with slams like that.
Tatum against Lillard, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers. And Walker kicks to Tatum. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Yeah, a quick little lean like that is going to get the ref's attention. Foul call.
An incredible defender. Smart can provide.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to Boston found themselves in a close game in the first. The period wrapped up with the teams on. And that.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Greg, as a point guard, what is it you like to see from that position on the floor?
I think first and foremost, leadership. It's so valuable at that spot. And, you know, you always got to have your head high because your teammates are feeding off what you put forth in terms of your body language and enthusiasm. So, you know, the typical stuff about organizing the offense and setting the tone on the defensive end, that stuff's important as well. But so much of how you carry yourself out on the floor when you deal with adversity and you know that you're going to, it is really paramount.
Second half underway. Here's who Brad Stevens got on the floor. Walker and Smart, the guards. Brown, the small forward, with Tatum holding down the 4 spot. And it's Williams at the 5 spot. Now here's Lillard. 8 points for him. Basket good. Covington's got his first 2 points.
That's right on the money from Lillard. That's how you finish a possession.
The Celtics with the lead. Walker looking for an opening. Now the feed to Brown. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
Well, that's a shot they want just about on every possession if they can get it. He doesn't make them all, but still very much a high percentage look.
And one thing that I don't think Dame Lillard gets enough recognition for, he's an absolutely fantastic leader for this team. The exact kind of captain you would want.
Dame Lillard doesn't do anything with regards to making excuses for some of the reasons why the team may come up short. All he's concerned with is how can we get better. That's the kind of leader you can get behind.
And they are very comfortable running their offense through Walker. And you can see why. Drops a sick dime right there. That pass was right on the money.
Now, here's Lillard. That shot off. Williams with the defensive effort.
The third quarter has not started well. Just 1 of 4.
You know, he just plays with such tenacity on both ends. Williams is a rising talent who wants to prove he belongs.
And so he hits both. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And finished off by Nurkic.
And Nurkic getting up there and waiting that rim.
Celtics leading by 6. And a wide open look for Walker. Boston again missing. Trailblazers have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. McCollum against Tatum. And it's McCollum off the drive. Basket counts. McCollum's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, he's just so good as C.J. McCollum at when to put the ball down on the floor and penetrate to the inside.
Tatum on the wing. Defended by Covington. And stolen by Lillard. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Nurkic kicks to Lillard. And then Lillard slams it in.
Yeah, not something you want to do. You let Lillard drive all the way to the rack, and he will throw it down.
It's Brown on the wing. Outside Tatum. Back to Brown. And it's good. 2 points. And it's 6 points for Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, and Tatum's passing ability really makes him a problem in that pick and roll. No wasted motion, always slicing and dicing the defense.
Now here's Powell. Outside Covington. A second chance effort. It'll go. The Boston lead is cut down to just 2 points on the bucket from Powell.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
Here's Tatum. He's got 10. Williams scanning the floor. Shot clock at 5. Here's Brown. And the dunk by Brown.
And when you let Brown get close to the hoop, you face the consequences. Just a tremendous athlete with unreal dunking ability.
Now here's Lillard. He's got 10. Now Tatum. Left side, Smart. And Covington sends it back. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. To the paint, and it's Williams with the jam.
You know, something that Williams does so well, as soon as he has inside positioning, he just goes for the finish.
Lillard against Walker. Goes up on the wing, and Boston with the rebound. Williams has got his 6th rebound on the night. And so it's Boston with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. And they've done a... And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. They've got Anthony. He's out there with Jones. Enes Kanter is out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Simons in at the shooting guard position. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Lillard, right side. And Boston with the rebound. Thompson's got 4 rebounds in this game. Inside, Tatum. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Trailblazers trail by 8. From the wing. And it's Lillard missing.
He loved to make them pay for giving up that wide open jumper. Just unable to do so.
Up again, rebounded by Anthony. And for the Trailblazers, they're shooting for the game at 42%. And Lillard gets it to go.
Aggressive and incredibly quick end-to-end. Lillard is always a threat on the fast break.
Brown kicks to Fournier. Nice ball movement by Boston. Tatum down low. He's covered by Cantor.
You got to avoid fouling Tatum in those situations. He's very clever at getting the defense to kind of bite when he attacks.
And that one falls for Tatum. And so Tatum nails them both.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Now here's Lillard. He's tightly guarded. To the middle and stolen by Tatum. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. And the dunk by Brown.
And how about the quick hands there by Tatum? Terrific anticipation as he comes up with that steal and able to convert that defense into offense.
Now here's Lillard. He kicks it to Jones. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Jones, no luck. Boston leading by 10. Tatum drives in. The kick out to Brown. Passes it to Tatum. And the dunk by Tatum.
Shifty, elusive, offensively. Tatum's scoring potential is through the roof.
Here's Lillard. Portland again missing. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. The 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. Reggie, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more. But it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in is their defensive approach.
Think about Tristan Thompson and just the willingness he has on a nightly basis to just go out there, play rugged, set screens. It's a lot of the reasons why he's earned a lot of respect from teammates over the years. Here's what Portland's going with right now.
Nurkic checked in for Cantor. Robert Covington comes in for Anthony. Norman Powell's checked in for Derek Jones. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Anfernee Simons. Here's Walker, following the score by Damian Lillard. Now here's Tatum. There's the pass to Smart. Off target from three-point range. Trailblazers trail by 15.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Celtics.
The differential in assists led to a lot of open looks, and it also helped to get more guys involved in the offense easy.
And they made the defense adjust, but they just couldn't come up with an answer.
And so taking a look at their record, a nice milestone they'll be picking up tonight. 30 wins on the year now.
And in a 3-game season series, they take the first 2, and certainly they've had the edge in this matchup.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Jason Tatum.
And so many times on the defensive end showed off those quick mitts, jumped all over the opposition and swiped the ball away a number of times.
Now here's Nurkic following the miss by Kemba Walker, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And the first one drops. And both free throws good for Covington. The Celtics on offense. 17 points was their biggest margin. In the corner, Tatum with it. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. This was a very strong showing for him. Well, this seems to be a game that could be very tactical, Greg. Both teams relying on execution in the half court.
And Kevin, you're going to see a lot of ball movement and body movement, and you can't just stand around and watch one guy go to work. I think that puts so much pressure on the defense with how the game is played.
And an emphasis on coaching, too.
Yes.
Now we'll look at Dallas's starting lineup. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Richardson is out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. Now here's Doncic. Pass to Kleba. Williams with the block. And pushing it up, here's Boston. Smart leading the charge. Walker's shot is off. So for Dallas, their last game a win against the Grizzlies. Now here's Porzingis. He picked up 21 points in their last win against the Grizzlies in Memphis.
And he also dominated the glass out there. He hit the boards hard and often.
Tatum kicks to Brown. Passes to Walker. With the putback. And Williams is right there.
Yeah, hard trying to keep Williams off the boards. He makes it a mission to keep possessions alive.
Stolen by Walker. And now with the fast break, Smart with the ball. And slam dunk by Smart.
Good job getting the ball and completing that play.
Boy, there's not much defense available once a steal is made. That's the best time to attack on the break.
It puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on you.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
They get it back. Here's Porzingis, shoots over Brown, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
You know, Porzingis keeps defenders on their toes because he's such a skilled player and has a bunch of moves.
And both free throws good for Porzingis.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
And there's the pass to Walker. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. The kick out to Tatum. 6 to shoot. And the dunk by Tatum.
It's not a problem at all for Tatum to punch it down. Length and athleticism makes the flush an easy shot.
Now here's Doncic. Really played well against Memphis in his last outing.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Walker's shot is off. Mavericks trail by 4. And Greg, Josh Richardson's a terrific ball handler out on the wing who can create for others.
Richardson gets a lot of assists per game at that wing position, not just looking to finish plays, but also to create for others. Very well-rounded threat on the offensive end, and that gives this team another dimension in terms of playmaking.
Kleba with the rebound. Here's Porzingis. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Yeah, Josh Richardson is just not a scorer and defender, folks. He can pass it, too.
Outside, Walker. Right side, Tatum. Outside, Smart. Tatum draws the double. Walker surveying the floor. His shot is good. Scores his 3rd basket in 6 tries. Shooting 50%.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry.
Well, you need both to make it special, and they pulled it off just right.
Dwight Powell's checked in for Dallas. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Tatum passes to Thompson. Back to Tatum. The Celtics need to get a shot off, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Mo Wagner's checked in for the Celtics. Jimmy Ojale comes in for Jaylen Brown. Dallas also making some changes. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. Redick comes in for Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. Powell kicks to Brunson. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Redick finds Hardaway. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Thompson inside. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Boston on top. They lead by a bucket. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Boston.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover.
On the court for Dallas here in the second, J.J. Redick is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Dwight Powell. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Cauley Stein in at the center position. Outside Fournier. Launches a 3. They get it back. Thompson. From deep. Mavericks with the rebound. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck. Helps to get points off the bench when you're on the road.
Absolutely, especially on the road when you need those guys off the bench to up the ante.
Well, Greg, with your son getting drafted, you joined the ranks of some historic NBA father-son duos.
You know, I got the opportunity to play with Arvydas Sabonis in Portland, and remember DeMontis as a little kid.
No
now
kidding.
He's an all-star last year. And, you know, I think you're going to have an influx of that in the coming years. Dwayne Wade's son is a terrific player. We know about LeBron's son's ability. He's possibly heading to the league one day.
Oh, what a dunk!
Yeah, the clever Frenchman, Fournier, solid at recognizing when the defense isn't covering one of his teammates.
And he lobs it up toward the rim, and the dunk by Powell.
Got to give it up for Powell now. I mean, he excels at rising off the ground to punch home these alley-oops.
Back to Fournier. He feeds it to Thompson. Back to Fournier. Fires from deep. The shot misses. And the Mavericks going the other way now. Their last encounter was in Boston, where they were able to handle the Celtics.
Well, last time out, they got the win in large part because of the play of their bench, and they provided a lot of the scoring punch.
Yeah, and you know what? I expect them to go deep into the bench again tonight. To give those guys on the bench a chance to have an expanded role, but also to give those starters some rest.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Exactly. I mean, when you're running neck to neck, those kinds of mistakes tip the scales.
Cauley Stein passes to Brunson. The shot's good. Brunson's got it all tied up now for Dallas.
Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
Fournier pass to Pritchard. Back to Fournier. Here's Thompson. And stolen by Redick. And they're on the break. Out to Hardaway. And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. Brunson finds Redick. A miss that time would have put him up.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Wagner with it. Powell's there. Here's Thompson. No good that time. Cauley Stein with the defensive effort.
And a five-star recruit coming out of high school. Powell had an excellent college career, yet he fell to the second round of the draft. Didn't even hear his name called as he was selected during a commercial break.
Redick dishes to Cauley Stein. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And pushing it up, here's Boston for the 3. The offensive rebound. Wagner kicks to Ojale. Redick against Fournier. Off target with the free throw line, Jay. And GA, even when he did arrive to the NBA, it took Powell a while to latch on.
You know, traded a couple times in his first year. He was assigned and recalled 10 times in about a month with Boston's D-League affiliate. Finally found a home in Dallas. Everything turned around from that point forward.
Here's Pritchard. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Now Brunson. His last outing, he had 8 points. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. The Mavericks shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And a whole new group out on the floor for the Celtics. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Porzingis is checked in for Cauley Stein. Maxi Kleber comes in for Dwight Powell. Doncic is checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And Josh Richardson subbed in for J.J. Redick. Brown drives in, and then Brown with the dunk.
Just awesome speed from Brown. Blasting off towards the bucket and slamming it down.
Here's Doncic, and the dunk by Doncic.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
Here's Tatum. Williams, and Williams is right there.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there, going for the tip-in.
But that's the way to go if you've got good position.
And that'll do it for the first half. Game time. It's time now. Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Benny the Jets. Boston found themselves in a close game in the first. The largest lead they had was 6 in the opening period. They couldn't hold on to the slim lead they had at the start of the second quarter and headed into the locker room with the game all knotted up. And taking a look at the Celtics, Kenny, what did you see out there? And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. We've seen Kemba Walker really having a great game.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
Well, I thought it was a great defensive performance for him so far. He's aware, he's alive, he's alert, quick to react to everything that's going on around him. Can't do it much better than that.
Brown the small forward with Tatum holding down the 4 spot. Walker and Smart the guards. And it's Williams at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group for Brad Stevens getting going here in the second half.
Brown extremely accomplished down low and worthy of respect as a result. Destroys whoever tries to guard him in the paint.
And Doncic, here we go. And now with the fast break, Smart with the ball. Williams finds Tatum. And the dunk by Tatum.
Tatum is a scorer, but he also has solid court vision. Really good job of using his quickness to penetrate to the basket.
Doncic with it. Picked up by Brown. A putback. It's good on the putback.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
Smart passes to Brown. And Brown throws it down hard.
And Brown is quite aggressive. I mean, a masterful penetrator who can take it to defenders when he drives.
The drive by Doncic makes it off the glass. Doncic has got 8 points.
And, you know, coaches will take possessions like that all day long. Phenomenal use of the screen there.
Smart kicks to Walker. Tatum on the wing. And slam dunk by Tatum.
Cannot let Tatum roll to the bucket. When he's got a head of steam, he's going to finish with power.
Pass to Finney-Smith. Stolen by Walker. Here's Smart. Finished off the break. Smart's got the lead up to 6 now for the Celtics.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
It's stolen by Brown. Pass to Tatum. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Tatum's got 6 here in this quarter.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Doncic finds Porzingis, takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down. Greg, as a young player, one of your mentors was Patrick Ewing. How valuable was that to have that kind of guy tutoring you, mentoring you as you were just getting in the NBA?
I tell you, he was the consummate professional and really an incredible leader by example. This guy spent infinite amount of hours in the gym in the offseason honing his craft. First on the floor, last to leave it throughout his professional career. And that's something he had in common with all the truly greats who've ever played the game.
Smart goes in, and the basket is good. He's got 6.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches who used to say, that ain't going to get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
Doncic against Tatum. Count the basket and the foul. It goes on Jason Tatum.
Boy, this is why me and so many others are high on Doncic. I mean, he's got the ability to fight through challenges that defenses present.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Powell, he's checked in for Maxi Kleba. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Josh Richardson. And here's Fournier. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Tips it, and there's Thompson putting it right back in. And the Celtics lead by 5.
And they're scoring much more efficiently here in the second half, and they've gotten that field goal percentage above 50.
I tell you what, any team will take that. I mean, if you're shooting over 50%, it means you're getting the kind of looks you want on offense, and you're being smart about it, and you're knocking down the good shots that you get.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
Listen, 84 is a really good number to post at the foul line, and that's where he's at on the year.
You know, one thing about getting going at the free throw line like he has this season, it can continue to carry over.
Jalen Brunson, he's checked in for Dallas. Outside Fournier. Clock at 6. He dishes it to Thompson. With the second effort, and it's good on the way in. Thompson's got 4 points this quarter.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
He gets that one. 14 points for Porzingis.
Really easy to understand why many are high on Porzingis. This guy is a terrific offensive player.
And stolen by Redick. Misses there. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Celtics lead by 3. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. Rick Carlisle had some words for his team. Let's hear what he had to say.
Hey, it's all about physical. It's all about
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. On the floor for Dallas, Hardaway and Porzingis in at the forward slots. Jalen Brunson out there with Richardson. And it's Cauley Stein in at the 5. And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. An outstanding defensive play to earn the Mobile One block.
And he's all over that shot, has it read the whole way and gets the position he needs to make a play.
Brunson against Walker. Here's Brunson. Left side, Porzingis. Pass to Brunson. And he hits it to tie the game up.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
And Fournier kicks to Thompson. Brown outside. Fournier against Richardson. At the elbow, it's Thompson. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Richardson. First one falls for him. Mavericks making a switch here. Kleba's checked in. So he gets them both. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Thompson with it. And Kemba Walker is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Robert Williams, he's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Kleba against Tatum. Shot clock at 6. It's stolen by Brown. And a fast break now for the Celtics. And the dunk by Tatum.
Yeah, I tell you what, Tatum really good at getting out in transition and taking advantage of what the defense gives you.
Walker against Brunson. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Tatum kicks to Fournier. Buries the long-range jumper. Now it's a 7-point Celtic lead. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Celtics.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
Marcus Smart's checked in for Boston. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for the Mavericks. Luka Doncic comes in for Jalen Brunson. Back to Brown. Outside, Walker. Down low. Wing shot on the way. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
You look at him, and he's a little hit and miss from there, even without a defender in his face. No guarantee.
Back to Doncic. Outside, Porzingis looking to end the run. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It goes on Jason Tatum.
Boy, you look at Porzingis, and for a bigger guy, he's really agile, which I think puts defenders in difficult spots when they're trying to guard him.
He is absolutely the guy you want at the line in that situation. It just shows you how much he loves these moments.
Williams dishes to Brown. Tatum on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now. 6 for 8 on the night.
Oh, I tell you, when Tatum puts it all together, he is so much fun to watch. He's a player with a very bright future.
Doncic finds Porzingis. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Great execution by Porzingis, showing you he can get it done in the clutch.
And it's Williams finishing it off.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
And so Doncic will bring it up for the Mavericks. 7-point differential. He lobs up the alley-oop pass and stolen by Tatum. To the paint. The kick out to Brown. Lets it fly from 18. The Mavericks have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Here's Kleba. That 3 off the mark. Celtics leading by 7. Brown the pass to Smart. Back to Brown. Mavericks with the rebound.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Stolen by Walker. To the inside. And it's Finney-Smith with the rebound.
You know, sometimes making it difficult for him to finish at the rim is all you can ask for from the defense.
Poke loose, but they'll get another chance. 41 seconds left in the fourth. 4 on the shot clock. Count it! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
A super high percentage shot there. You just can't allow him to get that close.
And so they foul intentionally. And that's an intentional foul. Gets the first, and that increases their lead to 6.
Hey, and that explosiveness of Walker is sometimes just mesmerizing. A quick-footed guard with a superb shooting stroke to match.
Job well done at the line on that possession. They'll make things a little easier on themselves if they can convert those.
Doncic against Walker. Doncic outside. Shoots over Walker. Here's Porzingis. Good. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Well, you know what, guys? You want the ball in Porzingis' hands in clutch moments. Why? He's an impact player.
And an intentional foul right there.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
But there was no time really to be selective. Stopping the clock was the priority.
And so both free throws are good. And it's a 7-point game. 8 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Doncic outside. So we see Boston get the win here. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it matters.
Yo, I'm the 2K MC, here to tell you about the upcoming events in the neighborhood. This weekend, check out Rush 1v1. Win 4 games in a row for a chance to earn exclusive.
The lights of downtown and his thing.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Portland is indeed one of the great cities in the NBA. David, thank you. Now we'll look at Dallas's starting lineup. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Richardson is out there with Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward position. And for Portland, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Powell is out there with Robert Covington. And it's Nurkic in at the center position. Greg, we're still involved in the conference system. Does it hold relevance as we're looking here at the standings mid-season?
You know, for travel distance, yes, and there's also some tradition at stake. I mean, look, that said, in a perfect world, you'd like to see the best 16 teams make the playoffs each year, but we've had, you know, imbalance in conferences forever, so that's not going to change, but sometimes change is just necessary.
How about quickly for the playoffs? Would you like to reseed and take the top 16s, 1 through 16?
I would. I think that'd be a great idea.
Here is Lillard after Luka Doncic hitting the 3. And the shot goes in.
Robert Covington is as competitive as it gets, and he gets to the window there.
Lillard against Doncic. Pass to Finney-Smith. Nurkic with the steal. And now Portland on the break. Lillard against Doncic. Kicks it out to Covington. Five on the clock. And it's out of bounds. The Trailblazers able to retain possession here. Shot clock at 3. From 13. It's hauled in by Porzingis.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
And last year, Dallas gave Porzingis the contract he was looking for to the tune of $158 million.
And Greg, credit the Dallas organization for believing in Kristaps Porzingis' talent. And now credit Porzingis, because you have to share shot attempts and usage with Luka Doncic. What has he done? He's concentrated on better rebounding, better rim protecting. This guy is all in on winning, and what a combination these two guys can be. And every year, it seems to me, Kristaps Porzingis willing to take on more and more responsibility. There is a process to becoming a better leader, and Kristaps Porzingis is right in the middle of it.
There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip-in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Here's Finney-Smith. Taking a look at the scoring numbers, right now he averages about 9 points a game. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
You know, outstanding start. You've made 3 of your first 4.
Now here's Lillard. 6-point game. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. McCollum feeling it out a bit. Porzingis with the ball. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Grizzlies in Memphis.
And his scoring's going to get most of the attention, but his rebounding also stood out. He did a lot of glass cleaning in that game.
Now here's Lillard following the miss by Porzingis. McCollum no good.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
The 3 for Doncic. The shot comes out, and the Trailblazers going the other way. They faced off right here last time they met, but the home club just couldn't pull out the win.
Well, if they want to avoid the outcome of that first meeting, they'll need to be stronger on the glass. They were completely outmatched in the last one.
Well, you have to believe the coaching staff made that a point of emphasis. Better aggressiveness, better intensity on the backboards.
Now, here's Kleba following the miss by C.J. McCollum. Dallas again missing.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Lillard outside. Over Kleba with the tip. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
And just a massive player. Nurkic's combination of size and strength helps him on that offensive glass.
Now here's Porzingis, and he can certainly fill it up when they need him to. He's averaging almost 21 points a game.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
Here's Covington. 9 points last game out. He's looking for McCollum and finds him. Back to Covington. Up again. It's rebounded by Doncic. Mavericks leading by 6. Porzingis high post. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, and KP, he's not shy about creating some contact there. He might have a slender frame, but he is not afraid.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Lillard. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Dwight Powell's checked in for Maxi Kleba. Hardaway comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. J.J. Redick's checked in for Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Oh, go get it, big fella. Porzingis with the skyscraper.
McCollum left side. McCollum no good with the tip. A big-time effort for Porzingis, providing a lot of energy for Dallas. When Damian Lillard's in the flow, there is no stopping him. And before the game, we talked about that with him.
I think in the past, anytime
Greg, this is why they say there's no substitute for experience.
And I agree. And, you know, sometimes guys need to learn to be more selfish at times. You also learn, if it ain't broke, keep going with it. Ride the hot hand.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
Guys, I love their defense in that first period. They were in position and just challenging shots.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
On the court for Dallas here in the second, they've got J.J. Redick. Powell is out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. Then it's Jalen Brunson, and it's Cauley Stein in at center. No doubt, Greg, you are known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul, I'd go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverly is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right. For Dallas, they have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4.
And what I like about Cauley Stein is just how hard he plays. Really, both ends, a scrappy player.
Simons surveying the D. He feeds it to Anthony. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. While we have a break, we can see which teams have made the most of their second chance opportunities over the last 10 games. The Trailblazers in second.
I mean, you love their aggressiveness, not settling for one shot offensively, but really running down those loose boards and converting for extra points.
This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them. Outstanding timing from Powell. Rises up for the forceful alley-oop.
And born and raised in Toronto, Powell is part of a growing legion of NBA players who hail from up north.
We the North. How about upon arriving in Dallas, he became the 5th Canadian to suit up just for the Dallas Mavs organization alone. So college and NBA scouts spending more time there now. What a beautiful country with plenty of basketball talent.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Anthony's shot is off.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
For the Trailblazers, Norman Powell's checked in for McCollum, and Damian Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. The Mavericks also with a sub. Doncic is checked in for Jalen Brunson, and it's Anthony with the jam.
Oh, the pass was perfect, and Carmelo just finishes with style.
Doncic feeling it out. And he banks in the layup. Doncic has got 5 now.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
It's Lillard, top of the key. Takes it from 10, and he hits the jump shot. Lillard's got his first bucket in this one. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. And here's Doncic from the arc. Rebound by the Trailblazers. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
Yeah, nowhere near at their best throughout the course of that game. A scrappy performance, but in the end, just not enough.
You know, their energy kicked in down the stretch, but too many mistakes overall. Just was not their night.
Now here's Powell. Doncic, bounce pass. In the corner, Powell with it. Back to Hardaway. 6 to shoot. Out to Doncic. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jones. Playoff seeding so important here. Let's have a look out west. You take a look at the Trailblazers. They're trying to get in the playoffs here. If they stay the course, they will. And, of course, the Dallas Mavericks, a game behind.
And for the Trailblazers, they've played some good basketball this year. They have to consider this season to be a success in terms of where they are at this point.
Yeah, they're certainly in better shape than I thought they'd be at this stage of the season. And by now we know when they're at their best, they can compete with any team in the league.
Now, here's Reddick. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. It's stolen by Anthony. Right side, Jones. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to go on Willie Cauley-Stein.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line. Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Cantor. And Robert Covington subbed in for Anthony. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Porzingis, he's checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Maxi Kleber comes in for Dwight Powell. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Hardaway. And Josh Richardson subbed in for J.J. Redick. Here's Lillard. Doncic with the block.
Doncic known for his offense, but twice on the pipe. Send it back, young sir.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Left side, Porzingis. Can't hit from 12. Trailblazers trail by 6. Lillard outside. Over Kleber. Portland again missing. The 3 from Porzingis. No good on the last second attempt there. And so. All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again. It was all Kristaps Porzingis in the first quarter. He had 8 points. Now that the and that.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Porzingis with a strong contribution so far in this one.
And the way he goes at defenders, he is bound to get to the line just like he did there in that first half.
I have to love his tenacity. This guy stays in attack mode, makes defenders work, tries to keep them off balance.
The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the small forward. So that's who Terry Stotts starts the second half with.
Boy, how comfortable is KP in the mid-range? Porzingis, what touch.
Lillard with it, and it's Richardson picking him up. Richardson against Lillard. Here's Nurkic. It's hauled in by Porzingis. Porzingis has got 6 rebounds in the game. The 3 for Doncic. Portland grabs the miss.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And Doncic was part of a draft day trade that so far seems to have worked out pretty well for both teams.
That's exactly right. Doncic, Greg, was selected by Atlanta with the 3rd pick. He was then quickly shipped to Dallas for the 5th overall pick, which turned into Trae Young, plus a future pick. Neither of these young men wasted any time putting their stamp on the NBA. I do think their futures will always be discussed in connection with the other.
For the Trailblazers, Anthony comes in for Norman Powell, and it's Simons in for Lillard. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Here's Simons. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the 3rd quarter. Porzingis with the block.
This guy showing great potential as a rim protector. Porzingis a threat to block shots anywhere, anytime.
Doncic passes to Finney-Smith. That one's not going to go. Great D that time from Nurkic.
I'll tell you, he's trying to help them extend this lead, but it's been a tough night for him individually.
Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. Dwight Powell comes in for Maxi Kleber. Hardaway's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Luka Doncic.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
But a really good read on his part, being disruptive at the defensive end right now. Only 20% shooting in this quarter. They need to settle down and relax a little bit here.
Passes it to Kanter. We know how important the draft is, Greg. It can shape an organization. Talk about some of the best draft day deals of the last couple decades. There have been a lot of them.
Oh, there have been a few. I mean, just coming to mind here recently. How about when Kawhi was traded to the Spurs? That was a huge get. Go back to how about Kobe going to the Lakers? McHale and Parrish coming to the Celtics. I mean, we've seen that happen quite a bit, and I tell you what, boy, it can really transform a franchise's future.
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Well, this is a big part of what Dwight Powell needs to do. Battle hard on the offensive glass, turn those second chance opportunities into points.
And stolen by Richardson. And here we go, the Mavericks in a fast break. Powell for three. Great positioning on the putback. Cauley-Stein's got the lead up to 10 now for the Mavs.
Agile play to get his hand in there and get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
McCollum. Cauley-Stein grabs the board. Cauley-Stein's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. Redick with the three. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Kanter's got 4 rebounds in this game. The pass to Simons. Redick with the rebound. And here's Redick. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Next up for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. That game marks the start of a 5-game homestand, the longest of the season. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Dallas leading by 10. 32 seconds left here in the third quarter. Cauley-Stein kicks to Richardson. Outside for Redick. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. And for Portland, they're shooting about 26% out there. They need to get a better look. So the wing on the left. Here's Simons. The putback. It's good on the putback. Covington's got it back down to within single digits for the Trailblazers.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
And so it's Dallas in the driver's seat, up 8 points. Rick Carlisle had some words for his team. Let's hear what he had to say.
These guys are going to struggle guard move.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. The Mavericks shooting around 41% on the night. On the floor for Dallas, Kleber is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Luka Doncic out there with Jalen Brunson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3.
I'll tell you, despite his struggles at the offensive end, this team still finds themselves in control of the ball game.
Jones, the pass to Covington. Plays it up and banks it in. Covington's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Trailblazers. Mavericks leading by 6. Doncic with it. Lillard picks him up. And Kleber slams it in.
Yeah, because Luka Doncic is such a threat to score it, it opens up the passing game. And boy, it is on display right now.
Now, here's Lillard. Right at the free throw line. Again, the Trailblazers score.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up got to fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Mavericks lead by 8.
Well, tracking down rebounds with ease. Kristaps Porzingis, outstanding mobility.
Lillard against Porzingis. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
That should give him a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
Well, sometimes it's about taking it into your own hands. That kind of individual play could spark his groove.
Now, here's Doncic. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Pass to Powell. Doncic against Lillard. Nurkic controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Doncic against Lillard. And Covington sends it back.
This guy is such a lengthy wing defender. Robert Covington doing work defensively.
McCollum's checked in for the Trailblazers. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Out of bounds. Dallas takes possession. Mavericks leading by 4. Doncic left side. And the dunk by Porzingis.
It hasn't mattered the scheme or the defender. Kristaps Porzingis is simply cooking right now.
Lillard up top. Guarded by Doncic. Doncic against Lillard. Covington with the bucket.
Robert Covington, calm, cool, and collected.
And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Doncic against Lillard. And that one's good. Doncic.
Good job attacking. Those restricted area shots are what every NBA team is looking for.
Trailblazers trail by 6. Lillard from outside. It's hauled in by Porzingis. Porzingis has got rebound number 8 now on the night. To the paint. Here's Kleba. And Kleba slams it in.
How about the vision from the young Latvian Porzingis showing he really can read the floor and capitalize.
Up top, Covington. Kleba defending. Here's Powell. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Well, one thing there's no question about is that Norman Powell is a gifted athlete. Now it's about rounding out that game, particularly his shooting.
Dallas making a switch here. Richardson's checked in.
Boy, did they need those free throws to go down. They're definitely within striking distance.
Here's Doncic. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
We are talking about a clever scorer. Luka Doncic has developed such a knack for getting to the free throw line.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point game. And so Lillard will bring it up for the Trailblazers. It's rebounded by Porzingis.
After the strong first half, this guy has not been the same, and largely a no-show right here.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Buries it from 3-point range. Doncic has got the lead up to 11 now for the Mavs. .50 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Looking to get it going, and right on target. Good.
The natural offensive talent of Lillard gives him incredible flexibility, and boy, he can strike at any time.
Doncic against Lillard. The drive by Doncic. Great D that time from Nurkic. The Blazers on offense.
Disappointing day for them. Let's see if they go down with a fight.
Well, they definitely have some things to work out, and you'd love to see them finish this game the right way.
Well, for the Mavericks, they can just run out the clock. Finney-Smith kicks to Doncic. Kicks it out to Richardson. And so it's Dallas winning this one. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and